So maybe you've seen somebody like Tony Robbins or Brendon Burchard on stage, and you were so inspired by their message and what they get to do every single day that you've decided you want to become a motivational life coach. But how do you become a motivational life coach? This video is for you. Hi, my name is Tiffany Toombs. I'm a high-performance mindset coach that works with people and speaks on stages all around the world to help people make dramatic transformation in their life. In this video, I'm going to share with you 3 things that you need to consider before you launch your motivational life coaching business. And by the way, it has nothing to do with your branding, your brand photos, or your logo. Let's go. One of the biggest mistakes that people make when they're starting a motivational speaking or a life coaching business is that they focus on the wrong things. They tend to focus in on their logo and having a pretty website and pretty fonts and all these other things. But none of that really matters. Nobody is going to sign up with you because of your logo. Nobody is going to sign up with you because of your colors. Rather, I like to focus on the things that are going to get you clients first so that you can go and worry about the photos and the branding and the logos and everything else. Because until you start making money, you don't actually have a business, you have a hobby. And I know that can be a little bit hard to hear. This is coming from somebody who is speaking from experience. I've run multiple businesses over the course of my life, and for a long time, I focused in on the logos first, and I realized that was one of the least important things that I needed to worry about. So as a motivational life coach, one of the first things that you need to consider is which of your personal stories are you willing to share? When people are working with somebody specifically for the motivational life coach aspect, they need to know that you have overcome something in your life. Now, if you're still working through certain parts of your story, that's okay. You can still become a life coach, but we don't have to share something as we're going through it because we're not sharing it from an empowered place. What we want to do is we want to look at what are the things we have overcome and how can we use that story to empower people and show them what is possible. I can tell you, I have had people sign up for my programs just on hearing my story alone. My story is one of overcoming child abuse at the hands of my stepmom, infidelity, miscarriage, and just eating disorders, a $1.8 million business loss. There's so many aspects to my story that I can share, and so based on the audience that I'm talking to and the message that I want to share with people, I'll pull in different parts of my story to show people what's possible. And the cool thing about the unconscious mind, which is the part of the mind that drives human behavior, is it doesn't know the difference between me and you. And so this is why people become so inspired to take action after they hear somebody's story of overcoming and they see what's possible on the other side, is because their mind says, hey, if she can do it, I can too. And so this is why we want to share a story from a place of having overcome it already so that we empower people, we show them what's possible, and we show them that we know what we're doing to overcome challenges so we can be the person to help them. Now, before I share the second thing that you need to consider as you're launching your motivational life coaching business, I want to hear from you. What part of your story are you already sharing, or are you willing to share with an audience that will motivate and inspire them? Go to the comments below and let me know. The second thing that we want to consider as we're launching our motivational life coaching business is who is it that we want to help? Now, please don't say everybody. I can help everybody. The problem with that strategy is that you'll actually end up helping nobody. If you just kind of spray a message out there where you're talking to all these different people, your message won't be specific enough that people say, hey, that person knows how to solve my problem, so I'm going to work with them. Remember, not every message that you put out, even on social media, will be seen by everybody that you're connected to. And so we want to make sure that we are telling the same or a similar message over and over and over again, which means we need to know who we're talking to. Are you talking to women? Are you talking to men? Are you talking to mothers? Are you talking to entrepreneurs? Are you talking to teens? Are you talking to nurses? We want to be very, very specific about the group of people that we're talking to. Now, a lot of people shy away from this concept because a little bit of scarcity mentality comes in. But what if there's not enough nurses? What if there's not enough moms? There is more than enough of whoever it is that you want to serve in this world that you can start with. Now, remember, this is who you're starting with. It doesn't mean that other people won't come in. For example, I work with entrepreneurs and business owners, but I also have plenty of clients who resonate with the message that I put out that are not entrepreneurs, that are not business owners, who follow me, who refer me clients, and who even work with me. So it's not to say that you have to turn away everybody who's not that person, but we have to figure out who we're talking to, because every single message that we put out has to be geared towards somebody. Every time I write a post or I film a video like this one, there is somebody in my mind that I am imagining that I'm having this conversation with, and you're seeing my side of the conversation. Before I share with you the third and final thing to look at before you start your motivational life coaching business, I want to remind you to subscribe to my channel. I am putting out brand new free videos just like this one every single week to help you start your business, grow your business, master your mindset in the process, because business really is 90% mindset. So I'm going to help you with that piece as well. So go ahead, click that subscribe button and like this video while you're there. The last thing that we need to consider before we start our life coaching business is what problem or problems are we solving for that ideal client that we just figured out. And this needs to be a problem that they care enough about that they are willing to pay money now to solve. So it needs to be a problem that is causing them a decent amount of pain in their life, because pain is ultimately our greatest catalyst for change. Pain is the thing that pushes us to move. More often than not, people start going to the gym because they're sick of being overweight. They're sick of being tired. They're sick of being unhealthy. People hire life coaches because they need help getting through the challenges. They feel weighed down by life. They're sick of wondering, is this all there is? So what we need to do is we need to figure out what are the conversations that the person that you want to work with is already having in their head. What keeps them up at night? What are they worrying about? What causes them little niggles of anxiety or depression that we can help them solve? Most people, one of the biggest mistakes that I see coaches making is they talk about the tools that they use. Now, if I got on here and I just started talking about NLP or hypnosis and you didn't even know what that was, you wouldn't tune into this video. You would have turned it off by now. And that's because you don't care what tools I use to get you to the outcome. What you care about is that I can solve your problem. And the people who are waiting to hire you as a motivational life coach, they want to know the same thing. Can this person solve my problem? Does this person know what to do to get me into the place that I want to be? So we need to figure out what is the problem that we're going to solve, and then in that message that we're putting out, that's what we need to talk to. You don't even have to mention the tools and techniques that you use. People don't care about that, but what they care about is that you can solve their problem. So what are the problems that they're having? And talk to that problem. Show them through your story, through your messaging, that you can help them solve that problem. Now, if you need some tools to help you solve these problems, to get people out of fear and overwhelm and other common problems that come up for people, I would love to share with you my Infinite Impact Coaching Swipe File. I've pulled together 5 of the most powerful worksheets that I use with my clients in my business, and I'm giving them to you so that you can rebrand them, use them in your business, and start getting massive transformation for your clients, which is ultimately going to lead to them raving about you and you getting more clients. So all you have to do to get instant access to that swipe file is go to www.don'tmakethismistake.com or click on the link in the description below. Have a great day.